Chat UK. This is the right space to explore real-life issues affecting real people. We provide professional counseling to individuals, couples, organizations, schools, church, and others. Follow, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Let's Chit Chat UK.
Hi, good evening, hello, welcome to Let's Chit Chat. We are so glad to have you on board today. It's going to be another exciting hour with the ladies. Ladies, do you like to introduce yourself? Thank you. Who's going to go first? Anyone?
Right, hi. My name's Jackie. I'm a counsellor. Obviously, yeah, and I'm hoping to finish my master's in psychology soon.
Brilliant.
Hello, my name is Odin. I'm a physician by profession, but I also did Master in Public Health, and I'm glad to be here today with you.
Brilliant. We have the mighty woman in the house today, and we are missing the mighty men. So, Richard, we salute you. Pastor Enoch, we salute you and miss you. But hey, we have the woman today. Hopefully, one man will join us. This is Let's Chit Chat. We discuss real issue, real situation, and real people. Our topic tonight or today is often enough we have love and we have hate. Sometimes people will love you so passionate that they cannot really keep away from you. And sometimes people will hate you in a way that they don't even want to see you coming around. So today's topic is which one is stronger, hate or love? The Bible says that love is the most important above faith, above hope, above joy, above anything, but we are talking about real love today. So, Odile, which one do you think is stronger? Which one do you find people um, talking about or behaving more or feeling more? You have the platform, lady. Let's go.
Personally, I think love is better, is what the Bible says. Love your neighbor like you love yourself, or love one another. But from the experience I have, I think what I observe, I think is easier for some people to hate than love. Because most people these days really don't have that much love to give, and then because they are not in a place where they love themselves, then they have very little to give. So I find it a little bit like these days, people spray a little bit hatred and love. That's my opinion for now.
I seem to love what you just said before coming to Jackie. You said people don't have much love to give, and people feel hatred more than anything else. So they rather hate more than loving more. Jackie, what do you think? What's your opinion?
Right, okay, my opinion is, yeah, love is the greatest thing ever, but sometimes in some situations, love turns into anger and hate. Obviously, if you've been, if someone's done dirty on you, then you can really respect that person and love them. But then all that goes out the window, and then that just turns into despair and hate. I mean, obviously, hate is not a really good word, but I do believe love is a lot stronger, and forgiveness is a lot stronger too.
Jackie is saying that sometimes if someone turns dirt on you, someone does something wrong, so you rather hate them. And you also say that, so that means if someone loves you, If someone loves you or you love someone, then they do something wrong. So then the hatred overpower that love. Is it what you're saying, Jackie? Then you start hating them even more than what you how you love them. Is it what you imply, Jackie?
Yeah, yeah, but hate's not a really good word, is it? I mean, forgiveness, love, and respect is the main thing.
Odile, you said earlier, I think if I recall, you said earlier that people don't have love. And so if they don't have love, they cannot give it. They don't know how to give it because they don't have it. So how do we have love? If love, you both of you have said that it's best to love, and love is the stronger. So, and you said people don't have love. And the Bible says, you quoted, God says, love your neighbor like you love yourself. And you quoted, people don't have love. So what do you mean?
I mean, from what I'm seeing around, I find, in the past, we used to be just happy to be among people. We used to just enjoy one another's company. And for me, I actually think love first is within ourselves. And if you have that privilege to have a loving heart, it doesn't actually matter when somebody hurts you, you will still find a place in your heart to forgive them. But now more, I heard that, oh, I can't stand their vibe. You don't know someone, just the fact that you see them, because there's something about that person that you don't necessarily like or something, and then you say, oh, I just can't. And then from that instant, you already have that thing in you that, oh, I don't like seeing this person. I don't actually want this person close to me without even knowing them. So for me, I feel like if you have a privilege to have that something in you that called love, because you love yourself, you are happy for who you are, you can easily love somebody else. But I just feel like more and more people tend to just dislike people for no reason, and then it's easier for those people to edit distant, dislike people they don't even know. So for me, this is why I say that feeling is like a little bit more powerful than loving.
Okay, now I just get what you said because you're talking about people find it easier to hate people that they don't even know. They find it easier to hate somebody than to love somebody. Does it not mean that the same energy that you put on loving somebody, you put even that energy or even double on hating somebody? So why will people find it easier to hate than love? What do you think? Does love require a lot more sacrifice and no one is ready to sacrifice? And hate require just staying away, pushing everyone away, no one not wanting to know, but just criticizing? Does it mean that people just find the easiest option? What do you think?
I just feel like because love is patient, really to be able to love, you need to be, there are so many things that bring you to be a loving person. Love is very powerful, but you also you need to have a lot of skill in you, embedded in you. Love is patient, love is caring, is there so many things. And if you don't really have them in you, then you really tend to more distance yourself to people, and the less you open up. And the thing is that because like the world we are living, there's so much going on around, so we really tend to feel like it will be better to be in my environment, to be in my clothes, in my own self, than to give. Because when you're out there expressing love, it requires some other input, isn't it?
I get you. So you're saying that loves require one to be patient. Loves require one to be kind. What love to requires even one to be empathetic, sympathetic, softer. And people don't have those quality, or they're not ready to give those quality. So therefore, hatreds become the most powerful feeling that people portray now everywhere. Jackie, you said that, I think you said something that love is powerful, but if somebody has hurt you, then that love can turn into hatred.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you think that, okay, I love this person, they've done me wrong, or whatever has happened between me and them, with that same energy that you will hate them, can you not use the same energy to actually reach out to them and at least tell them that, you know what, you done this, but I'm not going to hate you. um, but
Yeah,
you done that.
no,
What do you think, Jackie?
no. I mean, obviously, what you're saying, Cecile, is absolutely true. But sometimes it goes beyond the point of where you can talk to someone. I mean, I have previously been in this situation a long time ago, but I'm not going into detail. And you know, it was a matter of life and death at the time, and someone just let me down. Yeah, and like it was meant to have been a good friend, like family member of a friend, and they couldn't help at the time. So that's what I'm saying. If it's something silly, tribute, like small, you can sort it out, you can forgive, that's not a problem. But when it actually comes down to life and death, then I think it's a bit harder.
Mm. Then it's difficult to
Yeah,
comprehend.
it's definitely difficult. But I would obviously say that hate is a really bad thing, you know. So
Mm. I will
yeah,
just
so it's
ask you,
just wise, and obviously I just left it as that, and I just cut myself off from that person. But I wouldn't say I hated them. I just despised them at that time.
mm. I will just ask you both a question compared to what you said earlier. Odile said a lot more about that. That people will hate you. They don't even know you. They will hate you. Is it not too much energy to just start pushing on hating somebody you don't even know? You have nothing about that person that will make you hate the person. You don't know the person's life, but you're actually hating the person. What is
Could
that all
you
about? Because that's what we get out there a lot more now.
Yeah, I just find it really hard to say, even turn around and say that you would hate someone without knowing them, what their personality's like. You could say, yeah, I dislike that person because they leave me out of the conversation all the time, or every time I come over, they move away. You know, to actually say you hate someone you don't know, I don't think that's wise.
Hmm. Odile, what do you think about that? Because that is what is really going on a lot more at the moment. People tend to hate people they don't know. They know nothing about you. They probably have not spoken to you. They're not in your circle. They're not in your environment. They just look at you and say, oh, oof, I don't like that one. Is What do you think? Is it supposed to be like that?
I think the problem is that people are going through uh, a period. I think I call it a period where we tend to not to spray love because it's all down to us. Even though I've been in places where you have this person coming with very good energy, but then you see people clinging, just turning their head. They don't even know the person. And then you hear comment like, "Oh my God, I can't stand her vibe." Oh, and you're asking yourself a question. Say, you don't know this person. You know the way we are now is people are living this artificial life where we it's like I don't care. You understand? Like I don't care living. Because if you care, then it would be very difficult for you to just despite someone you don't know just because of their vibes. But it's because people are becoming more, I don't know whether it's what going on inside them. Because don't forget, we what we have is what we give outside there. Because if somebody is very unhappy with themselves, there is very small amount they can give to others. And a lot of people are going through certain things that doesn't even make them look at the other person as a human or as someone, because they themselves are in a position where it's actually very difficult. They may have been going through a breakdown or grieving or whatever. They are not even in a position because they don't even understand what love means at that point. So let alone giving it to someone else. So, and I think it's what is happening at the moment. So unless you yourself are in a position where you say, you know what, I'm going to spread love around me. I'm going to make sure wherever I go, people will remember me, whether they like my vibe or not, but I'm here to spread some love. Um, because if I take an example of what's going on at the moment with this virus, before you used to go on the road, you will say hello, you can even shake hands, you can even, and all those are sign of love. Because if I don't love you, I will never want to hug you. I will never want to cuddle you. I will never want to come close to you. But these days, you see even on the road, somebody is going, they can even go to the bush because he's avoiding you. So, and I find it a bit strange. And I feel like, how can we live in an environment where we want to spray? What does even mean love now? You know, how? But I don't know. I find it a little bit. This is a global thing, though. I'm not talking about like personal level, because a personal level is another level where your partner, or because I know we have unconditional love with our family member, our children's, it's unconditional. But the love you spread with somebody you met is difficult. It's different, isn't it?
I love what you just said. You said, Odile, that people have so many things that are going on in their lives. And if they have so many things that are going on in their lives, they're not able to love themselves. So therefore, it'll be also difficult to love somebody else. So it falls down to anyone who is not able to love you. Is it because they're not able to love themselves? Is it because they don't like themselves? Maybe you have something that they desire to have and they don't have it. So automatically they feel like, if I cannot have it, why should you have it? Then they just hate you. I don't know if that makes sense, because if you're hating someone whom you haven't really known them that well and you don't even know them sometimes, but then what gives you the the urge or the energy to hate them because you're not in contact with them? Jackie was saying that when is in a way where someone lets you down personally, then sometimes, and again, if it's a deadly situation, unfortunately, what Jackie experienced, we really apologize about that. It's something different. But at the same time, it takes you time to come back to it and love the person, isn't it, Jackie? What do you think? Do you stay on that level, or do you, after some time, you find it in yourself to actually love that person? What do you think from the experience that you had? Sorry, I don't want to push into that. Just
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just believe that after time, obviously, forgiveness, and there's two sides of every story is the main situation. And yeah, you can build love again and trust. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I love what Jackie just said. Forgiveness, and then you can feel love again and trust. But then we go back to the stage where Odile was talking earlier on, that people find it easier to hate than to love. And Odile said it's down to each and every one of us, to every environment we go. If we want to be remembered, then we spread love. So, from what Odile just said, should it then be said that if you want to be loved, you have to also give that love? Because if you don't spread it, it might be difficult for you to get it. So, do we have to give that love before we get it back? Or do we just have to love irrespective of getting it back or not? What do you think?
I personally think you have to love yourself before you can love someone else, and then you get the love back.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
mm,
agree. I think love is an amazing feeling when you are in a place where you can love yourself a little bit, which is not always that easy. But once you are in that position, you can actually um love. I mean, I'm just going to take an example, a personal example, where I met someone who really made me happy. And I realized that at that time, everybody I saw on the street, they look like the person. And
wow.
I was like smiling at everybody because I was that happy inside me. Then I felt like everybody looked like him, like, and it makes me, I was a little bit different at the time. I can say that because what you feel inside will make you a better person outside. I don't really feel like the outside is such a big deal. I feel like the inside is what makes us as a person. Because the inside, most of the time, even when we want to, like put a mask, sometimes people are so miserable inside, but they want to, in front of everyone, they want to show how happy they are. It will always transpire somehow. But when you're truly happy inside, you won't even, people will see it, and it's like you're going to, I
Explode.
don't know how to say it, but it's my experience that the times that I was really, really happy, I spread more love than when I'm sad, because I want to smile at everyone. I want to to show people that, look, hey, life is not that bad. It's what is a reflection of what goes inside you. So the same, like Jackie said, if you really love yourself, there will be very little abnormality that you see with somebody else. But if you are already in a that negative state of mind, it doesn't actually matter what anyone does around you. You will always see darkness and bad things.
Girls, I just love what both of you said. I think with those keywords, we are going to end the show today with those keywords, because both of you just said you need to love yourself, then you will be able to love others. So when you have it in you, then you can share it out of you. If you don't have it in you, then there's no way you can actually give it to anyone. So it becomes personal choice to each and every one of us to love ourselves first, and then we can share the love. On this note, Jackie, if you want to tell us your final word, what advice will you give somebody out there? I love the show today because you have really given me
Right.
Jackie.
If you smile at others, others are smiling back at you. So that's like, you show love, you get love back.
Excellent. Odile, what's your final word to anyone who's listening to you about love and they're wondering how to go about loving people or how to go about receiving love, what will you tell them?
I would say you spend very less when you love and too much when you hate. So I think we as individuals, we really need to find our own self and try to put ourselves in that position where you are happy by yourself. Because to be honest, when you are in that position, because it's that inside you that matters, and your happiness doesn't come from anyone else. You are what you make of yourself. So if you make yourself happy and you have that self-love, it will be so easy to spray around because you have so much that you have and you can share it with everyone else. But if you're in that position where you don't know yourself, you don't even like, I'm not saying love, you don't like yourself, there is no way you will be able to love anyone. So let's find it within us and try to share with others.
Wow, I would have said amen to that. Then I refrained myself. Girls, you've been awesome, amazing. I've learned amazing words from you tonight. We missed the men, but I actually learned a lot from the two ladies tonight. Today, our words has been love is stronger than hatred, but because often enough we don't have love in us, we don't love ourselves, we haven't been able to put ourselves priority to give ourselves this good vibe. And for the same reason that we cannot give ourselves the good vibe, we can also not give anyone else a good vibe. So love yourself first. Once you're able to love yourself, then you will be able to love me. But if you don't love yourself, then obviously, how can you love anyone else? So it concludes today that there's no point hating someone you don't know, because you don't know the person. You don't know their lives. You don't know the kind of person that they are. So really spreading love on people or people that you don't know, it shows that we don't really love ourselves and we find it easier to go and hate everyone else. Until next week, this is Let's Chit Chat. We're going to say goodbye for today. Ladies, powerful ladies, what do we say?
Bye.
Bye.
Share, follow, and subscribe. This is Let's Chit Chat. Goodbye. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end. It's been wonderful discussing this topic. I was brought up to believe that any worries not talked about become bigger problems. There's no wrong reason to reach out. If you're going through these issues or you know anyone who is going through this issue, please reach my contact number below and I will ensure to reach you back. My passion in life is to see you having a healthier, a happier, and a more balanced life. Thank you.